Thank you. Keep clapping this. I keep giving you things to do, Trying to get you guys involved. I love it. I'm looking forward to summer. I feel like spring, we don't really have springs in the Midwest anymore, right? But I'm looking forward to summer because I get to play my favorite game. I don't know if you guys play it. Gunshots or fireworks? Anybody else? You're a little too excited, sir. It's just a little too. But you never know what to do, right? You're like, do I look up and wonder or hit the deck? You know what I mean? You never know. Keeps you on your toes, though. I will tell you this, though. I do now know all the different sounds of different guns, from their bullet whizzing. I know how they sound. And so then I know what to do, So I'm like, bing, bing. I'm like, that's a 22. That's cool. It's a graze wound, you know what I mean? Like, pop, pop. I'm like, ooh, that might be a 38. That's going to hurt. And then rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Why do I live here? That's an AK. Everybody move away from the windows. Save yourself. That's what I throw my husband in front of me. Because I want to live. I get upset though, man, because people talk a lot of shit about Chicago. It does not matter where you are. Case in point, I was doing some comedy out in McAllen, Texas. Okay, I don't know if you guys been out there. Okay, woo! Okay, I don't know how to. Okay, I don't know if I can match that energy, but I'm here for it. But I had a good set. People come up to you after the show. I'm trying to sell some merch. And this guy's like, ha ha. Chirac, I'll go over there and show him what's up, Guy looks like straight out of Central Casting, looking like Yosemite Sam, you know what I mean? Like 10-gallon hat, the big belt, like the boots. But then I was like, oh, he's Tejano, so he looked more like Yosemite Samuel, you know what I mean? And I want to respect him, his culture. So, yeah, it was a lot. He was talking all this shit. And then I realized, his jacket opened. And he had a 44 Magnum, which is the big, dirty, hairy gun. So I'm like, what is this guy compensating for? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's when I realized, I was like, no. Guys, I like my guns like I like my trauma, concealed. So cover that up. I don't like a Texas gun law, is all I'm saying. I don't want to see it. Also, doesn't matter where I am. I could be in this country, I could be somewhere else. Guys, last big trip I took before the pandemic, when the world ended this couple years, actually went to the Middle East. And that's when I realized my husband's kink is conflict. So that was, that's where he wanted to spend his birthday. I'm like, okay. 2 atheists following the path of Jesus. Made no sense at all. Literally, we're in Palestine, we're at Bethlehem, and he's trying to finger bang me in the back of the coach bus. I'm like, excuse me, sir. You're turned on right now? This is weird. Sorry, Jesus. And so, Lo siento. I'm going to hell. It's fine. It's cool. I already made peace with that. So anyway, at the end, we end up in Egypt. Because I'm taking the trip of a lifetime, probably way too early in my life. We end up in Egypt. This guy starts hearing us talk. Maybe he hears my accent. He's like, where are you from? And I was like, hey, Chicago. And he's like, oh, Chicago, Windy City. And I'm like, yeah, dude, Windy City. And then he goes, Michael Jordan. I'm like, yeah, the GOAT. And then he goes, bang, 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 bang. And I was like, really, dude? Serious? This guy had an AK-47 draped around his shoulder, and he was our poolside waiter. I was like, man, Muhammad, stop. Okay, so it's cool, though. It's cool. Happy to be back. I'm loving being in Chicago because I didn't live here for a minute. I just moved back about 5, 6, 7, God, it's been a minute now, 7 years ago. When I moved back, everybody was talking all this shit. They're like, I can't believe you're moving. I was living in Tampa, Florida. Anybody guys fuck with Florida? Okay. He's like, I like the cocaine and the strippers. Okay, cool. That's all pretty much we have down there. Thank you. I'm from up here, though, so I was happy to come back. But a lot of people in my business, they don't get it. They're like, there's no state tax down there. It's always sunny. You got Disney. Why are you moving back? I like you guys. I'm going to share. I moved back because for 10 years straight, I sweated directly from my asshole. Yeah, it was the original WAP, 9 years before the song came out. It was just every day. I felt like I was just sitting in a little teaspoon of water. It was awesome. I don't know if you guys know this, but swamp ass is not a euphemism. Swamp ass is an actual medical diagnosis. It was on my Florida Blue Bill. The exam was awkward. It's cool. There was a copay. Listen, I'm just telling you, ladies, if you need to know, can you give yourself a UTI from using too much baby powder? The answer is sí se puede. So I was down there when Obama got elected. Okay, cool. Key ladies, put your foot up on something, get from the back. Okay, too much? Okay, I feel like I lost some of you. But it's really messed up now, because I don't know if you guys ever see those commercials during the day. Now they made this link, between ovarian cancer and baby powder. So I'm like, oh, I felt dry, but I'm gonna die. So find me after the show, guys. I have a GoFundMe for my pre-cancer fund that I'm starting now. This got dark. Okay, again, Easter. We celebrate like a ghost rose today. It's wild. I don't know. We'll talk about that later. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm happy to be back in Chicago. It was crazy, though, when the pandemic hit. I know, I wish I could just, like, stop talking about it, but I kind of feel like we never, like, dealt with it. It was, like, a collective thing that happened to the whole world, right? Think about, like, 2020. Like, the pandemic started, we had all this racial reckoning, and, somehow, like, I'm still married, Oh. Thanks. It's like, guys, I know 20 long-standing couples that broke up. And I look at my husband like, why not us? Like it's, we had the perfect excuse, like blame the virus. But yeah, somehow we're still together. It's awesome. We're probably not gonna make it. But anyway, I think maybe it's because we're like total opposites. I don't know, like I'm 100% Puerto Rican. He looks like he stormed the Capitol. Like that's just his vibe. He does not feel that way. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I want out, So when like they started putting those wanted posters, remember, like on the news, we ended up being on the couch together and I'm looking at him, and looking at him. He's like, honey, we were together that day. I'm like, were we? Like, I just called the FBI. I'm like, do your own work. That's what I said. It's like, yeah, he got brought in for questioning. It's cool. Yeah, we're probably not going to make it. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people, when I do my jokes about this, they get a little mad. They're like, hey, does your husband get mad? And another guy was like, hey, I don't see you wear your ring on stage. I'm like, because I'm trying to cheat. Duh, mind your business. God, but very observant of you. Are you free? Thank you. She can watch. Yeah. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. I'm a lot. It's cool. How do we feel about this? How do you feel about this outfit? I don't know. It's a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love when like somebody tries to give you a compliment and then but then you realize it's kind of an insult. A good friend of mine told me I look like a retired fly girl. You have to be over 35 to get that, okay? And I was like, retired or like just maxing out their 401k, you know what I mean? Like that's the vibe I get. Also, I left my breakdancing crew outside. It's cool, it's fair. Because I only celebrate my zeros and my fives. Celebrate my 0 and 5 birthdays. So I had a big birthday last October. I turned 45. What? That's where you clap. Thank you. You can see the Botox. Shut up. These lights. Yeah, 45. And I want to apologize to women. I don't think there's probably any women here older than me, but I want to apologize to you because I used to say stupid shit like, you don't have to change your body for the male patriarchy. Your body's fine the way it is. But then I woke up one day and my titty was sideways. It was literally pointing that way. No, anybody else? Sorry, I love these two guys right here. They're just like, somebody, it's gonna happen to them soon. Yeah, you have to like get it from the back, pull it forward, scoop it up. No, cool. I thought we were sharing with a really stretched out bra from Target you probably should have changed 3 years ago. No, okay, cool. Yeah. I used to get mad, like I want men to stop sexualizing me. I want people to listen to what I have to say and respect me for my brain. Then men stopped sexualizing me, and God, I missed it so much. Somebody sexualize me, please. Somebody just grab my ass. It's okay. Like, it's cool. It's a little flat, I get it, but just get up in there. Wow, I just took consent all the way back. Sorry, it's fucking Gen X here. We don't give a shit about that. We're just, tell me I'm purty. It's creepy. Yeah, it's a lot, guys. I don't get hollered at anymore. I don't get catcalled anymore. I swear to God, I was in West Loop, walked by a construction site, tons of guys out there. Nobody said shit, and I was very upset. So I kind of walked back over. I was like, let me put some lipstick on, zhuzhed up my side titties, like bent over. And this guy finally was like, hey, mami, ¿qué tú haces? And I was like, hey, nothing, babe. What's up, papi? And then he handed me his laundry, and I was like, no, not that, mommy, honey, no. I wanted to be your sex mommy. Okay, so we're in a relationship now. I just cleaned his apartment. It's cool. That felt wrong after I said it. It felt so wrong. So no, I'm gonna end on this one. How do we feel about therapy in here? How do we feel about therapy? Good. How do we feel about it? Are we going to it? That's another clap. 2 people. Shit's expensive. I get it. It's an investment. I'm just going back. I don't know. We got some Latinos in the audience? Woo. Because I think like Latinos, African Americans, there's a lot of, if you're brown, like there's we grew up with a very much like, hey, don't talk about shit outside of your house, right? Very anti-therapy. At least that's how I grew up. And when I talk to people, they kind of agree with me. And I remember when I had a lot of big feelings in high school, I finally was like, today's the day I'm gonna ask my mom if I can go to a therapist. So my mom came home from work and I was like, Mom, having a lot of feelings and I really want to talk to someone. And this bitch looked at me and says, but you can talk to me. And I'm like, but I want to talk about you. Like, this is ridiculous. Also, everybody knows you don't go to therapy with your abuser, right? Like, that's Psych 101. But I'm going now. It's all good. I just spent all my money talking about her. So you guys are great, guys. Start clapping it up. Thank you so much. I'm Janice Rodriguez.